Hey everybody, back with another Proverbs video today. Today is Proverbs 15, about halfway through our Proverbs series that we're doing. And I'm reading in the New King James Version today, so if you'd like to read with me. Starting with verse 1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So when you speak with purpose. Don't speak with, trying to start arguments, trying to start something that shouldn't be started. Speak with maturity and gentleness towards somebody, and be gentle in your words, a soft answer. But a harsh word stirs up anger. Don't stir up anger. Don't make people do things just because of things you said. That's going to lead them into sin. Verse 2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours forth foolishness. Again, if you want to say the right things and you don't know how to, well, fear the Lord. Look at what His word says and apply it to your life, and then eventually you're going to start thinking about more what you're saying and how that's affecting people, and it's going to help you to speak more knowledgeable and to speak more fluently in God's wisdom. Verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. God is watching over all. There's nothing you can hide from God. There's no secret sin that He can't see. There's nothing you do in private. There's nothing you do in private. God is always watching you. So can't hide nothing from Him. Verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness is in it breaks the spirit. Again, just talking about watching what you say. Verse 5. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. So listen to instruction. Listen to, instruction, wisdom from others. Listen to that. Don't take it lightly. Verse 6. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but in the revenue of the wicked is trouble. Verse 7. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so. Again, this chapter is talking a lot about what you say and how important it is to watch what you say. Verse 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of his upright is his delight. Verse 9. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but He loves him who follows righteousness. So follow after Him, follow after Christ, and that's what He loves, for you to look to Him. So make sure you do that. Make sure you look on to Christ, look up to things above for your treasures and for your righteousness. Verse 10. Harsh discipline is for him who forsakes the way, and he who hates correction will die. So discipline is good, but he who is lazy, procrastinates, hates being corrected, he says he will die. That's the extreme way to put it. Verse 11. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, so how much more the hearts of the sons of men. What this is saying is, God knows all. You can't hide nothing from Him. He knows. See, you could go around your whole life speaking good, doing all these things in the name of the Lord, but if you're doing them out of selfish intent, out of selfish desire, God knows that. God knows your true intentions. And same way, if you do something wrong, but in your heart you know you shouldn't have done it, and you hate that you did it, God's going to see that, and God's going to be able to forgive you if you come to Him, because He knows in your heart that you didn't want to do that you regret it. He sees that in your heart. Verse 12. A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. Verse 13. A merry heart makes a cheerful continuance, which is like your face. So a merry heart expresses through your face. But the sorrow of the heart is the spirit is broken. So if you're a sorrowful person, your spirits can be broken down, and well, if your spirit's broken down, you can go to Jesus. That's what He says to do. Go to Jesus. Verse 14. The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. So seek knowledge and don't feed on foolish ways. Feed on wise ways. That knowledge is important to obtain and to seek. Verse 15. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who is of a merry heart has continual feast. Verse 16. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure with trouble. It's better to have not very much in this life, but fear the Lord. If you fear the Lord, then and have a relationship with the Lord, then you have everything you need. But you could have great treasure in this world. It doesn't matter if you don't fear the Lord. It's all temporary. But fearing the Lord is eternal. Verse 17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fattened calf with hatred. Kind of adding on to that. It's better to have something little that is genuine than something big that is dense, in vain. Verse 18. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger allays contention. So be slow to anger. Watch what you do. Watch what you say when you're angry. When you're angry, do not sin. That is, I don't remember what verse that is exactly, but it's in the Bible. If you are in your anger, do not sin. So control yourself. Have self-control whenever you are angry, because it's okay to be angry. Just don't let that anger turn into sin. Verse 19. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. So it's a better, more clear path to be on the righteous path than the evil path. It may not be easier, but it's more clear. It's more obvious, I guess. Just the better way. Verse 20. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Verse 21. Folly is joy to him who is destitute of discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Verse 22. Without counsel, plans go awry. Off course is what awry means. If I'm saying that right, I'm not really sure, but it means without counsel, it goes off course. It goes not according to plan. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established. So have good, wise people in your life and follow what they say. If their ways align with the Lord, if they fear the Lord. Verse 23. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and the word spoken in due season, how good it is. So saying the right word at the right time is a good thing. See, a man has joy by the answer of his mouth, a word spoken in due season. So, there's a place and a time to say the right thing. Sometimes you may need to say a thing later, even if it is the right thing. It's better to say it later on in the right time. Verse 24: the way of life wins upward for the wise, but he may turn away from hell below. That he may turn away from hell below. So, with wisdom, you're gonna be directed towards righteousness through Christ. Verse 25: the Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the boundary of the widow. Verse 26: the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant. Verse 27: he who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. Greediness can destroy a family, really. Destroy a person. Verse 28: the heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. Again, study what is the right thing to say. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. Verse 29: the Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. See, the closer you're going to seek God, seek wisdom from God, and fear God, he's going to be closer to you. He's going to hear your prayers more clearly. If you're wicked and you're living in this wicked life, he may not listen to your prayers as he would someone else. Not saying he doesn't hear them, but he may not look to them first. He may say, hey, you got to get right before you want me answering any of your prayers. Verse 30, the light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones healthy. Now, the light of the eyes is very important. See, it's mentioned many times throughout the Bible, but the light of your eyes, it's what you see in your life. It's what even your hearing. If you're listening to very bad music that, you know, is talking about sex, drugs, alcohol, it's talking about all these things, and that's all you listen to, that you might end up that might end up what you're gonna do. That's your influence. And the same thing with seeing things. If you're looking on Instagram and you see, you know, these lustful images of people, that's it's gonna seep into you, and it may outbring something worse. So watch carefully, and if you see something like that, get it out of your sight. Look to God in those times, and it's let your influence be God. Look to God, look to holy things, and look to righteousness. Don't look for these evil things. Verse 31, the ear that hears the rebukes of life will abide among the wise. So listens to correction, listens to these things. Verse 32, he who disdains instruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds rebuke gets understanding. Verse 33, the fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility.